turn on captions to enjoy the video in your preferred language.
We could be holding up our light. We could be fighting for what's right. Or we could be falling to pieces. Under the bridge of fire burns, somewhere the pages start to turn, and somebody whispers, I need this. I will do anything just to make you see. Don't apologize for what's in your dreams. Maybe this time will be different. It's only us. It's only us. It's only us
Japan. Tokyo. Tokyo Haneda International Airport, HND. Crossing the Pacific Ocean. USA. New York John F. Kennedy International Airport, JFK. New York Manhattan. I'm here at Terminal 2 of Tokyo Haneda International Airport. Today I'll be flying to New York in first class with ANA, All Nippon Airways, often called Japan's best airline. Let's head inside, shall we? Is this the way to the international departures? Ah, so international flights are over that way. On the opposite side, those seem to be the check-in counters for domestic flights. I can see some ANA cabin crew coming out. I wonder which country they've just flown back from. It looks like the check-in counters are upstairs. Right then, let's head that way. Here's a row of ANA check-in counters. The first class counter is a bit further along, isn't it? Ah, there it is again. Can you see it? That square thing. That vehicle-like thing over there. Can you see it? It was here the other day as well. It seems to be chattering away, doesn't it? Last time, when I kept staring at it, wondering what on earth it was, it actually started getting angry at me. Best to move along before it starts getting cross again. There are ANA aircrafts. Something quite flashy is taxiing over. Shall we take a look? Can you tell what livery that is? Pokémon, is it? A&A do come up with some rather fun things. More ANA aircraft are arriving. I wonder which countries they've flown in from. Shall we watch for a while? The first class counters are over here at the R counters, aren't they?
ANA international flights are now ready for check-in. All passengers on ANA flights
The red carpet here. Let's go inside.
Hello.
They treated me wonderfully. I've been handed a ticket with the letter F. This must be the dedicated security lane for first-class passengers. I was able to enjoy some relaxing time at ANA's first-class suite lounge. Shall we make our way to the gate for New York? We'll have to go down this slope. Shiseido, Japan's pride. And Louis Vuitton over here. I think I'll give duty-free a miss today. Looks like I need to head further downstairs again. Gate 72, so that's to the right. Here we are. Ah, this way for first class. Right then, let's go. That must be our Boeing 777-300ER. They say to the left, so let's head that way. Japanese boarding bridges always seem to be talking to you. We're boarding through one L door. Here's my seat. The monitor looks beautiful. The first class cabin is laid out 121 and is called the Suite, apparently. Let's sit down. The screen is a 43-inch 4K monitor, quite a size, and the picture quality is impressive. And here are the amenities. The wardrobe is spacious. They've provided a cardigan and pajamas as well. Three windows here. Even the remote controller has a lovely little display. This is the seat reclining controller, and this one controls the window blinds. This round dial is also for the seat. USB port, HDMI, power outlet. What's this one, I wonder? There's a space under the wardrobe to stow bags. There's a reading light here. Another light to the right of the seat. And one to the left as well.
Beautiful. Thank you very much.
The welcome champagne, perfectly chilled, fine bubbles. Must be freshly opened. The monitor has told me to press the B button on the controller. Let's give it a try. Something started.
Can I take a pair of the seats? Can I take two?
はい、大丈夫です。Of course it is.
Yeah, maybe right now that those two are okay.
大丈夫です。
Thank you.
Let's try pressing the button for the window blinds. And this button? It's the overhead light. This one seems to be for the reading light. Looks like it can be adjusted in 3 levels. This button must be for the light on the left side. This one also adjusts through 3 brightness levels. Let's try this button. A mirror. Another storage compartment here. Let's sip the welcome champagne while listening to the announcements. Shall we pull out the table? There should be headphones in here. Let's have a look. As expected from a Japanese airline, Sony, of course. Sony noise-canceling headphones. Let's check out the amenities. Ettinger, by appointment to the royal household. That royal warrant logo looks splendid. Inside, we have these items. This brand, Sensei, I'm not familiar with it. If anyone knows more, do tell me in the comments. Some of you asked me to show the instruction leaflet, so here it is.
ター ANA ニューヨーク行き110便をご利用いただきありがとうございます。次は ANA とスターアライアンスパートナーのコードシェア便でございます。ご搭乗いただきましたこの便の機長は石川、客室のチーフパンサーは桃井でございます。ご用がありましたら遠慮なく客室乗務員にお知らせください。携帯電話やワイヤレスイヤホンなどの小物類は座席の下や隙間に入り込み壊れたり取り焼けなくなったりする恐れがありますので十分ご注意ください。またファーストクラスとビジネスクラスの座席の扉はベルト着用サインが消えた後にお使いになれます。後ほど非常用設備をご案内いたします。皆様ご覧ください。Good morning, dear passengers. Welcome on board ANA, a member of Star Alliance Flight 124 New York. This is a
Pushback has begun.
With our Star Alliance partner. The captain in command of this flight is Ishikawa, and the chief partner is Boeing. Please let us know if you need any assistance, and we hope that you enjoy the flight with us. I will remind you that small items such as cell phones and wireless earphones can fall, get stuck under your seat, or possibly break. For this reason, we highly ask you to take note of all such personal items during the flight. You may use the seat door in business class and first class after the captain turns off the seatbelt sign. We will now explain the safety features of this aircraft, so please have your full attention. Thank you.
Pokémon is running away. We must run like Pokémon too. Lined up here are ANA aircraft. Tokyo Haneda really is ANA's hub. Have you flown ANA first class before? If so, I'd love to hear about your experience in the comments. Let's build the mood for takeoff by listening to some music.
I see the light inside you, brighter than the skies. Hold on, just let us escape and fly away tonight. We have the world in our sight, and I know together we'll be alright. Can you see forever we will go?
Entering runway 16 left.
I'll go out of my own way.
The runway ahead is clear.
米国政府からの要請により飛行中は客室内、特に化粧数席などに必要なく集まることは禁止されております。ご用のないお客様はご着席いただき、シートベルトをお締めくださいますようご協力をお願いいたします。またアメリカに到着、出発する航空機内での規制は法律で禁止されています。どうぞご注意ください。
Dear passengers, by request of the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, congregating on board is prohibited, especially near the lavatory and galley. Please remain seated and fasten your seatbelts, except when you need to leave your seat. Thank you for your cooperation. May we remind you that smoking on board aircraft arriving at or departing from the United States is prohibited by the United States regulations. Thank you.
4 chimes to signal to the crew that we've been cleared for takeoff. The wind is straight down the runway. Ideal conditions. Let's enjoy the roar of those powerful GE90-115B engines.
皆様、まもなく離陸いたします。Dear passengers, we are now ready for takeoff. Thank you.
「 leaving Japan behind. Let's take a look at the rest of the amenities. Slippers, pajamas, cardigan. Both pajamas and cardigan feel lovely to the touch. I've been brought a hot towel. Time for the meal service. The Japanese coastline recedes below. I told the chief purser I'd like to change in the lavatory. She said the left one is ready, so let's head over. They've even opened the door for me. The step has been set out too. The sink has been cleaned nicely. The hand towels have been replaced with larger ones compared to when I last traveled in first class. The toilet roll is freshly set. The bin opens with a foot pedal, very well designed, quite helpful. Japan's pride, a washlet. Two hooks provided, handy. A fold-out hanger here. I've been brought the menu. Let's look at it. Starting with the drinks list. First, the Japanese version. If you'd prefer to see the English menu, skip to 0050:03. One of the big three shochu brands, Murao, is here. Shochu is often described as Japanese vodka. as kabosu juice. Can't possibly miss that. Before commencing the meal, I informed the flight attendant that I wished to savor a glass of Krug champagne at my leisure. She kindly opened a new bottle just for me. She asked me to taste it, but really, tasting requires a proper larger glass, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's good. Thank you.
Well, let's have it poured freshly anyway.
Good. Thank you very much.
コーンのババロア、イベリコハムとカモナータと、ムール貝はオイル漬けにしてカレーマヨネーズ。
Original nuts, chili pie stick, corn bavarois with goat cheese sauce, Iberico ham with caponata, mussel chaud froid, so she says. Let's have a look at the menu. First, the Japanese version, supervised by a place called Ebite Bekan in Iwate. If you'd like the English menu, skip to 005423. For Chinese, skip to 005521. The large head hairtail roulade in the western course catches my eye. They say it's available anytime. And here's the English menu. Naturally, with a Japanese airline, my eyes are drawn to the Japanese course. The black-throat sea perch stands out. Bulging eyes, a red fish with a black throat, hence its name. And here's the Chinese menu. Is it Mandarin, Taiwanese, or Cantonese? If anyone knows, please share in the comments. This course is available only on first-class flights to Los Angeles, San Francisco, New York, Chicago, and London, so they still fly from Narita to JFK. I've ordered the Japanese course. She asked, "Would you like another glass of champagne before we begin?" How kind. Yes, please. The bubbles have already faded a bit. At this altitude, it can't be helped. The blue outside the window is stunning. Perhaps this blue is the origin of ANA blue. Table setting has begun. This crisp white cloth is beautiful. I've asked for Dan, a Junmai Daiginjo from Yamanashi, to be served hot, called Atsukan. A drop ran down the tokuri, but they wiped it straight away. I wouldn't have minded, but the thoughtfulness is appreciated. A touch sweet. I asked for it hot, but it's more lukewarm, really. Heating sake properly must be tricky up here. Still, enjoying sake from a tokuri in the sky is second to none. 'The appetizer, spinach with soy, sweet shrimp cured in kelp, sea urchin with citrus jelly, The starter plate: simmered octopus, corn fish cake, pickled myoga, conga sushi, asparagus with egg yolk sauce, simmered shellfish, radish with uni, sea urchins. We're climbing steadily. Let's see how high we get while enjoying these starters. Speed is steady, 517 knots, 957 kilometers per hour, 595 miles per hour. Over 30,000 feet now. Leveled at 31,000 feet, heading 55 degrees, 537 knots, 995 kilometers per hour, 618 miles per hour. Must have caught the jet stream. Let's check our location. Just before the Kamchatka Peninsula. Flying above the clouds. A beautifully presented soup has arrived. Let's open the lid. That's splendid. The soup: tilefish with karga cucumber, green beans, water shield in clear broth. The aroma from this bowl is superb. Dining at 31,000 feet. Wonderful. Enjoying fine Japanese cuisine in the sky, with time flowing gently. There's nothing better. next dish arrived with perfect timing, neither rushing me nor letting me wait too long. ANI's crew have such thoughtful timing.
Sashimi course.
Seared young yellowtail, white shrimp cured in kelp, squid. With sashimi soy sauce or onion citrus soy sauce if you prefer, she said. There's the garnish of shiso flowers, hojiso, slightly damp. Shall I place them directly on the sashimi this time? Normally, I run my chopsticks along the stem, dropping the blossoms into the soy sauce, and savor that lovely fragrance that rises the instant they touch the surface. I enjoy. But with this sprig, that won't quite work, so I'll place it atop the sashimi this time. Chief Purser kindly offered, "There's an empty seat across the aisle. We'll make up a bed for you there." Such consideration, much appreciated. And of course, with ANA, I must have kabosu juice. The next dish arrives. The aroma as she lifted the lid was so wonderful, I couldn't help but gasp. The main course. She told me, "We've prepared a bed for you to use after your meal." How kind. Though I notice one side of the bed has sunk a little. Ha! Let's open this bowl. The main, steamed blackthroat sea perch with courgette, okra, fresh yuba, grated daikon with ginger sauce, topped with kinomi. The side dish, chilled wagyu shabu-shabu with enoki, shiso leaf, sliced onion, fruit tomato, sesame and ponzu, and simmered dish, simmered deep-fried kamo eggplant in soy-based sauce, manganji pepper, myoga ginger, yuzu. The rice is a brand called Ginga no Shizuku from Shizukuishi in Iwate Prefecture, cooked freshly here in the galley. Isn't it wonderful that they actually steam it on board? And here we have the miso soup with wakame seaweed and fu, wheat gluten inside. Finally, otsukemono, some Japanese pickles, and umeboshi, Japanese pickled ume fruits. Beneath the slices of onion in this small dish, there's enoki mushroom wrapped with chilled shabu-shabu wagyu beef. Underneath the bonito flakes in the simmered dish, There's a generous portion of Kamo eggplant stewed in oil. It looks absolutely delicious. That was truly delightful. Thank you very much. Dessert has arrived. It's a traditional wagashi-style anmitsu, already topped with matcha syrup. After the meal, I'll enjoy a whiskey. Suntory Hibiki, 21 years, served on the rocks. This is Hibiki 21. It's quite difficult to get hold of. If I recall correctly, in New York, a bottle could fetch somewhere between $1,500 and $2,000. Shall we take a look? As I sip the Hibiki 21, drowsiness begins to set in. Perhaps it's time to move to the bed. This is the blanket provided. I wonder which brand it is. The texture feels marvelous. If anyone recognizes the brand, please let me know in the comments. Before moving to the bed, shall I close the door of my suite? Let's see how it works. I've slept for quite some time. Where are we flying now, I wonder? It seems we've entered Alaska. What a stunning view. Is that a contrail? Let's look ahead to be sure. There's an aircraft flying in front of us, leaving a contrail behind. We're almost following that contrail like rains, tracing its path through the sky. How striking that is. Let's gaze at this view for a while. The sky really is wonderful, isn't it? I love this timeless feeling, as though time itself flows more slowly. This moment could last forever. Don't you agree? The sun is beginning to set behind us. I've been noticing it's taking a long while for the sun to sink. Could it be because we're flying at such a high northern latitude where the sun never quite sets? Looking ahead, it seems to be getting darker, so perhaps the sun is indeed setting. Wait, the sun is now in front of us. Even if the aircraft changes course, the sun that was behind us shouldn't suddenly appear in front, should it? Perhaps because we're so far north, the sun is rolling along the horizon in the sky. Still, this reddish glow is indescribably beautiful. The crimson hues on the clouds floating right beside us are breathtaking, beyond words. Isn't the sun rising now? We can see the sunrise from above the clouds. Here comes the sun, peeking up from the edge where sky meets cloud.
For so long, I was living my life was so wrong, always numb in my mind, battled on, building scars from the knife. So far gone, I was blind. So now that I found what I was looking for, I'm shining a light.
Heading 112, altitude 35,000 feet, 545 knots, 1,009 kilometers per hour, 627 miles per hour. Just left of our nose is east, so we are indeed watching the sun rise from the east, aren't we? Judging by our speed, we seem to have caught the jet stream quite nicely.
As it falls out of sight, setting on all the shadows that I've overcome, pulling stars from the night one by one.
Shall we head to the lavatory?
So now that I found what I was looking for, I'm shining a light on the dark that I was coming from.
This time, let's try the one on the right-hand side.
Where wanting me to be, turn on the love for myself.
It's slightly smaller than the one on the left.
See me for me.
The design is the same as the right-hand one, though there isn't a step here for changing clothes.
For so long, I was living my life, oh so wrong, always numb in my mind, battled on, building scars from the knife, so far gone, I was blind. So now that I found what I was looking for, I'm shining a light on the dark that I was coming from. It never brought me down to my knees, where it wanted me to be. Turn on the love for myself.
We're banking to the right.
See me for me.
The Great Lakes are just ahead.
Pulling stars from the night, one by one.
Heading 128, altitude 35,000 feet, 545 knots, 1,009 kilometers per hour, 627 miles per hour.
The dark that I was coming from, it never brought me down to my knees, where it wanted me to be. Turn on the love for myself, go on down. See me for me.
Earlier I mentioned how much I love sweets, and then the crew said, "Allow us to surprise you," before laying a tablecloth. What could this be? Just 2,000 kilometers, about 2 hours, remain until JFK. The lighting in the first-class cabin has brightened. It's a lovely warm tone. Please enjoy our trio of sweet delights, she said. First up, tropic millefeuille. Let's take a peek inside the millefeuille. Oh, this looks exquisite. She told me, these are just little palate cleansers. I wonder what's coming next. This has arrived. It's called mousse d'été, mango and coconut mousse cake. To balance this sweetness, I need a touch of bitterness. Quickly, I asked for a decaffeinated coffee. I asked if they had lactose-free milk. Unfortunately not. Then I asked about soy milk as a substitute. Again, no. So I had to settle for regular milk. Still, she brought it properly warmed. The third course has arrived. This is something called petit four. There's grapefruit sorbet, and the blue one is ramoon sorbet. She explained, the blue sorbet bursts as soon as it hits your mouth. Please enjoy the popping sensation, Anna's relentless wave of surprises. This trio of sweet delights was truly formidable. Next, swordfish ginger yaki. Carrot and shirataki dressed with roe. Japanese pickles. Natto. Kenshi shio kombu, fine cut salted kelp. I've asked for the rice to be served as okayu, rice porridge. With roasted seaweed. And miso soup with wakame and abarag. Let's sprinkle the fine-cut kelp onto the porridge and enjoy it. But that trio of sweet delights from ANA is still weighing on me. What must my stomach be thinking? We're approaching Buffalo near Niagara Falls. Clouds, it doesn't look as though we'll be able to see the falls from above. We've begun our descent. The clouds are now well beneath us. clouds look thick. JFK may well be shrouded in them. The fog is incredibly dense. I can just make out something that looks like the ground. I can see sea and land. JFK lies on that land ahead, though the forward camera shows nothing but mist. There it is. I can see the ILS. The ILS lights are guiding us in. Approaching from the sea, we must be landing on ILS runway 04. Yes, runway 04 right. The left is longer, but we're landing on the shorter right. Touchdown. The white lights along the runway look beautiful. Leaving runway 04 right. It seems runway 31 right is closed.
午前10時1分です。ベルト着用サインが消えるまでシートベルトをお締めになったままお待ちください。この入れを開けた時に手荷物が滑り出る恐れがありますのでお気をつけください。この先電波を発する電子機器もご使用になれますが、携帯電話での通話は周りのお客様のご迷惑になりますのでお控えください。飛行機は第7ターミナル6番ゲートに到着する予定です。果物、野菜、肉類、植物などの持ち込みは法律で禁じられています。ニューヨークジョン・F・ケネディ国際空港では乗り継ぎのお客様も入国審査と霊感検査が必要です。お預けになりました手荷物は必ずお引き取りください。また米国当局からの要請により霊感検査場内での携帯電話の使用が禁じられています。どうぞご注意ください。皆様、今日も ANA とスターライナーズパートナーのコードシェア便をご利用いただきましてありがとうございました。次のご搭乗をお待ちしております。Dear passengers, we have landed at New York John F. Kennedy International Airport. The local time in New York is now 10:03 a.m. June. Please remain seated with your seatbelts securely fastened until the captain turns down the seatbelt sign. Stay here will not be the overhead compartments as baggage may fall out. From now on, you can use electronic devices that emit radio waves. However, please refrain from talking on cell phones out of consideration for other passengers. This flight will be arriving at gate number 6, terminal 7. Let me remind you that the importation of fresh fruit, vegetables, plants, or meat products is prohibited by law. All passengers must go through immigration, pick up baggage, and go through customs at New York John F. Kennedy International Airport. By request of U.S. authorities, the use of cell phones is prohibited in the customs area.
again, thank you for flying with ANA and our Star Alliance partners. We look forward to seeing you again.
We shall come to a halt before crossing runway 04 left, 22 right.
Told you to walk away. That was my first and last mistake. I'm blue without your face. But what can I do? 'Cause I'm just a sinking ship, and you're just a pair of lips. But I've lost in the moment. All I want is for you to come back. Now I'm
Crossing runway 04 left, 22 right now.
and I need you to survive. Whoa. I need you to survive. 'Cause without you by my side, I can't survive.
We've been running parallel to runway 31 right. Are we now turning left to cross it?
Without you by my side, I can't survive. And this can be the end. I won't just settle for being your friend.
We're entering runway 31 right, 13 left now.
But what can I do? 'Cause I'm just a sinking ship, and you're just a pair of lips. But I've lost in the moment. All I want is for you to come back. Now I'm caught in the middle of life.
We've just come onto runway 31 right, 13 left, haven't we? I wonder if they're using the closed runway 31 right, 13 left for taxiing.
She said, boy, I want you to walk right, so I can give you one more chance. You're only living in your damn head. Without you by my side, I can't survive.
The aircraft has stopped. The one ahead has stopped too. Could there be some issue? There was a chime just now. The captain must be speaking something to the crew. We're moving again. And once more, we've stopped. The aircraft in front has begun to turn left. We remain stationary. It seems another aircraft is at our scheduled gate, so we cannot enter. We arrived nearly an hour earlier than scheduled, but these things do happen. Arriving early doesn't necessarily mean disembarking early.
We are waiting here as our parking area is now occupied.
Well then, let's relax.
For safety, please remain seated until the captain turns off the seatbelt sign.
So, we're holding on the closed runway 31 right. 13 left, since we can't enter the gate. If we were to stop on the parallel taxiway, it would block other aircraft from moving, wouldn't it? The other is able to pass through like that because our aircraft isn't stopped on the parallel taxiway.
I'm holding on for you to come around. I've waited for so long, I've run aground. I feel I'm burning up inside. Oh, hear me crying. I feel like everyone's alive, and I am
が消えるまでお座りのままお待ちください。ベルト着用サインが消えた後、客室乗務員は安全業務を行います。恐れ入りますが、お手伝いが必要な方は後ほどお知らせください。Thank you for waiting to your passengers. We have arrived at our terminal soon. We would like to thank you for your cooperation for on-time arrival. The aircraft will come to stop in a moment. For safety, please remain seated until the captain turns off the seatbelt sign. Cabin attendants will conduct safety duties after the seatbelt sign is turned off. If you need any assistance, please wait for a moment. Thank you.
As soon as one L door was opened, the cabin crew began wiping away the droplets that had collected above with a towel. It's to ensure passengers aren't dripped on, and that water doesn't fall to the floor where they might slip. Such incredible thoughtfulness. I expressed my gratitude at one L door to the chief purser and the attendant who had looked after me. I do hope to see them again, somewhere in the skies. It seems these passengers aren't too familiar with New York. Excuse me, may I pass through? In New York, speed is essential. Whatever it may be, it has to be done quickly. This is New York. There's no one ahead. Looks like I'll be first through immigration. Once I clear customs and step outside, both body and mind must already be in New York mode. Here comes a crossroads.